Me got baby face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water, make Gulf US obey. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Me got baby face, me got big cheer. Trump bad, Trump good, me no care. Me write big book, kill billies and stuff. Now me important, we're tired tough. Me go Yale school, me learn big word. Now me forget everything me heard. Silicon people give me job, me take. Now me like Trump, me make no mistake. Yo, it's JD Advance. Me fight walk folk, me say never die. Me protect kids, me born liberal. Him, them, there. America simple, only two gender. Me face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water, make Gulf US survey. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face.
Too many gender for my agenda. Went on a bender, exec or the sender. Might take Panama just like na. Might take Gaza, pop then a plaza.
Witness my majesty.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into another exciting episode of CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here. Second time today. Hang on, let's see. So, yeah. Actually, yeah, how many fucking streams have I done today? I did daily. I did CobraCast. I did FNT. I'm going to do 5 streams today. Holy shit. I didn't realize it was 5. So I'm going to do 5 streams today. Jeez. Yeah, so daily, CobraCast, FNT, CobraCast again, and then a gaming stream. Oh, well. Hey, anyway, we got a lot to talk about. Even though we already talked earlier today, we have more to discuss because there's a lot going on. So let's get right into it. But first, we've got Zihoni for 5 says, a Tucker Carlson guest just said America is the greatest evil for removing Maduro, and Tucker nods in agreement. What the fuck happened to this guy? I mean, the simple way is to say he's being paid, allegedly, but I don't know. But that would be my guess, as the dude is getting paid. Because why else would he make this heel turn? I don't know. But I have no proof of that. This is just allegedly, so you can't get mad at me for saying it. But I see more people talking about this Democrat weirdo. Man, it's bad. It's real bad, and we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. But before we talk about that, we do have this clip right here of CNN freaking out over Trump's address, believes he may issue a national emergency over elections. This is why CNN refused to air President Donald Trump's address to the American people, so they could lie about what the president said and falsely reassure people that elections are just fine. Yep. Here we go right here. CNN.
Bizarre, in fact, that China, is perceived to have, tried to help him or tried to help others steal the 2020 election. But there's no mention of what they did in 2024. I mean, if they were so successful in 2020, where were they when he won? He doesn't have any. He doesn't have.
Too big to rig, buddy. It was a campaign slogan. Too big to rig. Also, you guys arrested him 4 times. You shot at him. You tried to take him out multiple times. And people finally realized we can't allow this to continue. Too big to rig.
Any disputes about elections that he won. And I know for a fact that in 2018, the president was informed and briefed on Chinese activity with regard to the 2016 election and their interest in the 2020 election, and the 2021 intelligence report post-election that's statutorily required was delivered in March of 2021 and makes plain that no foreign actor took any action that was consequential in any way with regard to a single vote.
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. Ty Cobb, I guess. So not the baseball player. And we have David Axelrod up there as well.
Yeah, which I mean, that's the bottom line. And then there's the point which you're raising, and I have seen, which is, it is sort of odd to sort of imagine that that when Biden was president, he couldn't rig it when he was. Anyway, it just the whole thing kind of just defies belief. David, the man leading Trump's task force on declassifying documents on elections and other issues.
She wanted to talk about his taxes. These people are so lost in their TDS, they can't even figure out what thing they are accusing Trump of next.
A man named John Solomon. And today there was a really interesting exchange. He essentially admitted to a reporter right after the speech that none of it adds up. Okay, let me just play it.
I only know the intelligence community has zero evidence that someone has flipped that a foreign power flipped a vote in 2020, 22, or 24.
All right, David. So I just have to say, he's the one who supposedly led the task force that led to the speech last night. And he came out and point blank says that the intelligence community has zero evidence that a foreign power flipped a vote in 2020, 22, or 24, which is, of course, what the declassified report concluded, right? But he's saying, I've seen the...
Well, if it's so crazy, why didn't you let Trump talk? Why didn't you show his address to the nation? If this is so crazy, if this is so insane, if this makes no sense at all, you have to ask why.
Classified, and it's the same conclusion. What does this do to Trump's standing? When he goes and gives a primetime address to the nation, and the guy who was in charge of basically doing all the backup says it's bogus.
Yeah, well, that is a rational analysis, but I think that people are accustomed to this with the president. My mind goes back. Everybody's saying, well, he didn't object when he won in 2016. The weird thing is he did. He was upset because he lost a popular vote by, I think, 3 million. Right. And he impaneled a task force, including led by the vice president, to find out where the fraud was that led to this mistake. And they worked on this for a year and then had to disband because they couldn't find any fraud. I mean, this is a running story with him. But my concern, Aaron, isn't, yes, I agree with Ty's analysis of what motivates the president to reject any kind of negative verdict from voters. But, the concern I have is what this signals for the next 4 months. And I feel it's going to be a pretty bumpy ride. And you could hear Secretary Mullen, suggesting that he's going to bully state officials. I really think the president's creating a pretext, either for intervention on the part of the government, calling an emergency and intervening in these elections in ways that could be really pernicious, or in alibying for a loss if the Republicans lose in November. But I'm a
Samsung, you crazy bastard. We still don't have the Samsung clip from Trump, but Samsung 199 just dropped 50 gifted memberships. Listen, this is why you have to show up to the snake pit on time. You never know when somebody is going to drop 50 gifted memberships. You never know. I don't know if this is the clip. I'm rolling the dice on this one, okay? Let's see if Trump actually says Samsung in this one. I just Googled to see. We got to clip this out. We've got to.
Warning that if they don't make their iPhones in the U.S., you're going to hit them with a 25% tariff. Right. Do you have the power to tariff one single company? And why would you want to hurt an American company in that way?
It would be more. It would be also Samsung and anybody that makes that.
He said it a little quicker, but dude, It's the way he said it that one time. He's like, Samsung.
Product, otherwise it wouldn't be fair. So anybody that makes that product, and that'll start on, I guess, the end of June, it'll come out. I think we have that appropriately done by the end of June. So if they make that product, now, again, when they build their plant here, there's no tariff. So they're going to be building plants here. But I had an understanding with Tim that he wouldn't be doing this. He said he's going to India to build plants. I said, that's okay.
And don't forget when he called Tim Cook Tim Apple, which is one of the greatest things ever. He called Tim Cook Tim Apple to his face.
Up the labor forces because we have to. We have so many companies coming in. People like Tim, you're expanding all over and doing things that I really wanted you to do right from the beginning. I used to say, Tim, you got to start doing it over here, and you really have. I mean, you've really put a big investment in our country. We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple.
Bro.
And you really have. I mean, you've really put a big investment in our country. We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple. But we're opening it up. We have.
Oh, only Trump, man. Only Trump. But since we don't have the clip yet, we'll figure that one out. It's always nice to see America's ass show up. So there you have it, chat. You're welcome from Samsung. You're welcome. Okay. Whew. There we go. Yapping Tom for $6.99 says, I enjoyed The Dark Knight Rises and Tenet. I want Odyssey to fail. That being said, I've spent more time watching CobraCast than Nolan movies in total. So what can I say? Well, I totally understand that. And I don't think that I don't think you're wrong in wanting that. My thing is it just was never going to fail. And that was the perspective I've tried to give so many people that you know, whether you want it to, which is nothing wrong with wanting it to fail, it's not. It's actually going to be a monumental success. But as far as Tenet, I've tried, man. Nolan, I've heard a lot of Nolan fans try to tell me that Tenet's good. I don't like Tenet, man. I tried. I just can't do it. Yeah, Big Tom says, Jeremy, did you notice? Noticing begins. Zeus wanted to reduce population, undermine others, and he was pronounced Jesus. Am I almost there? You're almost there. You're almost there. It's almost going to happen. All right? It's almost there. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Brian says, main Ashley Webb could be JD Advance's older sister. God, we're going to talk about that freak here in just a minute. So let's finish this one up really quick.
It's going to be a pretty bumpy ride, and you could hear Secretary Mullen, suggesting that he's going to bully state officials. I really think the president's creating a pretext, either for intervention on the part of the government, calling an emergency and intervening in these elections in ways that could be really pernicious, or in alibying for a loss if the Republicans lose in November. But I'm afraid it's the first. One adjective nobody's ever used about Donald Trump is subtle. Okay, he's been signaling this for months now. He's been upping his rhetoric.
Donald Trump's a very subtle person. I don't know where David Axelrod is getting this information from. I've never thought of Trump to be a loud, bombastic person. He's very subtle. He's very quiet. He's very awkward in social situations. I don't really know what he's talking about there. A little weird, but hey, whatever. Make up whatever you want, fake news.
Donald Trump is subtle. Okay, he's been signaling this for months now. He's been upping his rhetoric about rigged elections. He talked about it in California. Now he had this ridiculous speech last night. So he's doing this for a reason.
Of course he's doing it for a reason. You literally stole 2020 from him. That's why he's doing it. You stole 2020 from all of us. And you stole California recently from Spencer Pratt. You Democrats have been doing this all over the fucking country. They can't play a fair game. because they know if everything is free and fair, they can't win another election. They can't do it. Now, there might be certain pockets of the country where they can win and they can live there and go be miserable, but the wider country, they would not win. They just wouldn't if everything was free and fair. Simple as that. So they are freaking out, and I am okay with that. But anyway, let's see. 3 of 3 people on screen right now should be charged with treason. Everyone knows President Trump has stage fright. Yeah, he struggles with that, man. I think he can get over it. I hope he can. You know, he's a shy guy, but I think he can power through with the right training. I think he'll be good. I think so. They're always freaking out. They are. That is true. Laughing Man says, I want fried chicken. Laughing Man, I might have something for you. Now, you tell me, okay? But I saw a picture that I was like, you know what? That is very, very movie accurate. There it is, okay? So, that lineup, chicken's in the chat right there. I think that's a pretty good meme. Oh, these memes have been glorious around this movie, dude. Holy crap, they've been good. Clip that Shane says, just got here. Why did X-Wing Blaine go bald and gray? Lost a bet. Just lost a bet. So, Laughing Man says, I don't want chicken anymore. He said, nope, I'm done. No thanks. Never mind. I'll pass. That was pretty good. So Paul Pelosi has officially been charged with misdemeanor hit and run. According to a criminal complaint, Pelosi allegedly damaged a parked Tesla before leaving the scene without attempting to identify the vehicle's owner or leave information required under California law. We all remember what happened with him several years ago. We all remember that video. That was weird and crazy. Holy shit. So there you have it. But it's a slap on the wrist. It's a slap on the wrist. It's nonsense. So whatever. Nobody's really gonna. This will be here today, gone tomorrow. It won't even mean anything, unfortunately. It's something you can cheer for in the moment, but in the big scheme of things, it's just a slap on the wrist. When someone else would have been severely punished for something like that, this clown gets nothing. So welcome to the world of politics. Let's see. Knee-high spy for 50 says, don't know. I could go for some fried chicken right now. You sure about that? You sure after that picture I showed you? You sure about that? Hey man, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. If that's what works for you, that's what works for you. The heart wants what the heart wants, or the stomach wants what the stomach wants. So whatever. Now, we covered the story earlier. Thank you, Knee High Spy. We covered the story earlier, and my God, we got to cover it more. I don't want to, but I kind of have to. God. All right, so let's just jump right into this shit because I don't even know where to start. You know what? We're just going to start with this one right here.
What qualifications do you have to serve in the U.S. Senate?
I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books.
I said, hell no. Go jump in the Gulf of Maine.
You just said you're for Medicare for all. Is everyone on this panel?
It's incredible.
It's
amazing.
I'm actually on Medicare.
Oh, okay.
Trillionaire.
All right, I'm going to jump in because you've
Sure.
gone 35 seconds and you didn't give me any specifics.
People, I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to use the bathroom.
I love it when it gets light in the morning and gets dark at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. That's my favorite.
The reputation of the Democratic Party is in the toilet.
But I did this because I'm very interested in climate.
What qualifies?
You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
Both of you guys?
Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was a general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Let's check in on the Democrat Party.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
Yeah, so Democrats in Maine, they have a plan. It's over.
Let's check in on the Democrat Party.
I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to use the bathroom. And if they want me to use the men's room, I will, but I don't want to be assaulted.
That's Ashley. Ashley's running to replace nipple.
The way that he said that is so fucking good. Jesse Waters is funny.
Use the bathroom. And if they want me to use the men's room, I will, but I don't want to be assaulted.
That's Ashley. Ashley is running to replace nipple Nazi in Maine. Plattner got Me Too'd and cooed, so the Democrats scrambled together a little primary. And now we've been blessed by an angel.
What qualifications do you have to serve in the U.S. Senate?
Oh, I ran for office several times. Didn't win, but they did run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books. And then I suppose my transparency, I wouldn't lie to the people and I wouldn't deceive the people like we're being deceived right now.
When Primetime saw Ashley, we fell in love, and we had to know more. Her Reddit page says she ovulates and menstruates. You go, girl. Her book, it's a memoir. It's called I Am Ashley. There's not a book. I want to read more. We can't wait to get our hands on a copy. So if
By the way, our boy Marmillan's not here, but we have to blame him for this meme. There it is, right there. Meat loafing. Meat. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No.
If anyone's watching and has an old edition, please, please send to Fox News headquarters in New York. Attention, Johnny. Ashley is a self-proclaimed songwriter, and we'll have you know that she's self-produced 4 albums. They haven't gone platinum yet, but maybe they will now.
Chuck Schumer. He's a real ass clown. Yeah.
I haven't heard this. Oh no. No. No.
Platinum yet, but maybe they will now.
Diet MAGA. Chuck Schumer. He's a real ass clown.
Oh no.
Oh, damn circus in a suit now.
Open your heart to Ashley, but whatever you do, don't get on her bad side.
And I suppose the biggest thing is, like, I'm just an angry citizen now, and if I got elected, I'd be an angry senator, and I think that would probably be their worst nightmare.
Not our worst nightmare. Ashley's a dream. She's what we want, what we need. The Democrats need.
Bro. What was that? I gotta look it up. What was that all those years ago when Ben Shapiro had that trans person that like wanted to beat his ass or something in a debate? It was like so good. It's like that. Like, is this it right here? Is this it?
You have to bifurcate it. Did she deserve the honor. Gender is horribly difficult. It is the most difficult thing.
like threaten to put Ben Shapiro in the hospital or some shit like that, right? Is this it? Yeah. Hang on. Is this it? Here we go.
It's like ESPN. Well done, ABC. They did exactly what their job was: attract eyes. They did it. That's what award ceremonies are for. But in terms of the science behind gender dysphoria, you're very familiar with that, Zoe.
Very familiar.
It's not about the chromosome. Excuse me, the chromosomes within
We
our
both know
nuclei. Yeah, go ahead.
chromosomes don't necessarily mean you're male or female.
Gender.
With gender of course.
Identity. Go ahead. No, so
especially, but even so, you have a thing like Klinefelter's syndrome. So you don't know what you're talking about. You're not educated on genetics.
Would you like to discuss the genetics? Or
well, no,
what
no.
are your genetics?
So I'd stay away from the genetics and back to the brain scans.
You cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
Yeah, that's
Yes. No better way to prove you're a real woman by acting like a man.
Well, no,
what
no.
are your genetics?
So I'd stay away from the genetics and back to the brain scans.
You cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
Yeah, that seems mildly inappropriate for a political discussion.
No, I know. Well, but wait. To be fair, but to be fair, you're actually being rude.
No,
and that's not fair.
I'm sorry, it's not rude to say that someone who's biologically a male is a male.
You just
someone
called me
who's
sir.
biologically male is a male.
But Mr. Shapiro, you knew very well that saying that to Zoe would be.
Oh God, it's so what a timeline, bro.
If I got elected, I'd be an angry senator, and I think that would probably be their worst nightmare.
Not our worst nightmare. Ashley's a dream. She's what we want, what we need. The Democrats need her. Maine needs her. Graham Plattner, wherever he is, would definitely shuck Ashley's oysters.
But I believe they called it pork bellying. By cutting out the pork bellying from all the bills, I'm sure that would save a lot of money as well.
If you want your bills pork bellied, Ashley's your girl. But if you don't, the Maine primary is stacked. There are over a dozen candidates running, but none of them are bringing Ashley's creative energy.
So I have many ideas on this one. And if you'd like to go
Give
get
me
a
one.
mocktail.
Give me an example of a specific area of oversight that you'd like to have a hearing on.
Well, I'd like to have a lot of hearings.
That's Sheena. She says she didn't have time to do her homework for the debate because she was on vacation, relaxing on the Kennebec River. Sheena's Secretary of State, TDS like you wouldn't believe. She kicked Trump off the ballot in 2024. So what would she do?
So what would I do? Hell yeah. I'd expand the Supreme Court. We need to.
Hell yeah, Sheena. You pack the court and you pack it fat. This bench goes even deeper. There's options galore. Whatever floats your buoy.
I did this because I'm very interested in climate.
That's Liz.
A wise man once said, they're not sending their best. I wonder where that wise man is right now.
She's a climate hippie, garden landscaper, and a DoorDash driver. She's also pursuing a career as a realtor, so a lot on her plate. And in her spare time, she tracks the Northern Lights. But if she's elected senator, the people of Maine will be her Northern Light. Speaking of climate, they're also running a dude who brews environmentally friendly beer.
What is your experience in the fields of defense and national security?
Well, I don't come from, I wasn't in the military and I wasn't in the defense industrial complex. I'm a small brewery owner. But I understand, we have materials that are sourced from around the world. The German brewing equipment is the best brewing equipment brewed in the world, built in the world.
Cheers, Dan. Danny Boy calls himself a centrist, but wants to abolish ICE and take away your doctor. Actually, they all do.
You just said you're for Medicare for all. Is everyone on this panel? Dan, no?
Yeah. I mean,
it's incredible. Just checking. Just checking. That's 8 for 8 with the candidates. Somebody say,
I'm actually on Medicare.
Oh,
how is this? How is this real, dude? What are we fucking doing?
Just checking. Just checking. That's 8 for 8 with the candidates. So let me say,
I'm actually on Medicare.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it.
Ashley's on Medicare. She looks good for 65. This primary is loaded with candidates. We could go on and on. Here's the front runner, Troy. He's a logger, but he can't cut.
I've definitely been involved in doing a bunch of balanced budgets here in the Maine legislature. But if we want to balance the federal budget, none of us actually know the right way. I mean, this is insane.
Besides Ash, I'm not feeling the same sizzle as Nipple. Even the debate moderator said he was bored.
When it comes to charisma, Plattner had a lot of advantages. And I don't think any of those people that we saw just now have that card to play.
Good thing there are still more candidates to go around. Not everybody was on stage. Christina, also running. She's an artist, storyteller, and poet. She's been living in New York City for 20 years, but she says she's moving back to Maine. What prepared her for the job of senator? The theater.
Last year I went alone and I watched 37 shows in 5 days. And I just felt like I had been given all of this knowledge about life and relationships and creativity and I, you can't get that experience anywhere else, or you certainly can't get that experience for that price, right? It's just awesome. It's magic.
Dude, this seems like a fucking horror show. This is crazy, dude. What are we doing right now? Somebody in the chat says, damn, Plattner was their best candidate. He was. He actually was their best candidate.
She seems sweet, but she's no Ashley. It's not just Christina. This whole party's putting on a show. Although Randy is a little rated R.
To protest together, to vote together, to act together, to bring about change. Real, lasting, life-improving change. That is the power and potential of our movement and of the AFT. And one more thing. We get done. My apologies to the children.
When the Democrats said the future is female, now I know what they mean. Lesbians, Ashleys, Sheenas, Christinas. They come in all shapes and sizes, different flavors, accents.
This is literally a horror/comedy show being produced by the Democrats. This is incredible.
Lisps. Some have regal sounding names like Chevalier. Some are Ethiopian baristas. Divorced, never been married, single, ready to mingle. Hey, Haley.
I got an election coming and I gotta let it rip.
Help yourself. Haley says she wants to stick it to him, but she's going to have to go through Abdul.
We sit in this defensive crouch. I don't play defense. I go on the attack. I think you have a lot of folks who are working people who work with their hands every day who realize that both parties are lying to them. And the hard part about it is it's one thing to stab somebody in the face. It's another to stab them in the back. Yeah, I'm a threat to your system. So of course they're freaking out. They're not freaking out because they think I'm going to lose. They're freaking out because they think I'm going to win.
Yeah, I know why people are freaking out, Abdul. Because the commies want to abolish the Senate.
So you don't want to abolish the Senate, the United States Senate, because that's what Article 1 is.
The United States Senate is an undemocratic institution. We think that the Senate should be reformed, that we should have a more democratic.
This is the Democratic Party right here. How does anyone think any of this is good? This is fucking insane.
Government system, but that's a long-term change that we're seeking.
They want to take away your right to vote for senator and give illegals the right to vote. Not sure how that makes America more democratic. And after democracy, capitalism's got to go.
Is democratic socialism compatible with capitalism?
In the long term, no. We're anti-capitalist. We want a world beyond capitalism.
So what does a world beyond capitalism look like? The government controls everything. like supermarkets.
How would you feel if the government opened a big grocery store right next to your bodega?
If
would
one
you feel?
if one publicly owned grocery store that brings prices down
Yeah.
in the neighborhood is enough to put someone out of business, then maybe they shouldn't have been in that business in the first place.
What about apartments? Should those be free? Yeah. First step, get rid of the people who own the building.
Whether that's like sending a demand letter with like fancy legalese. So
With like, and like, you know who this reminds me of? Who is that person involved in the Fulton County jail system that was, or was she a, what was she? She was something, she had something to do with the arrest of President Trump. I can't remember if she was like the person that might have been taking his photo or something. What was her name? I know. No. It was like this. It was this weird, yeah, that lib white girl. Yeah, not Fawny. It was this goofy white girl that was being interviewed. Somebody's gonna remember this because now I got to pull it up. The grand jury girl, that's what it was. It was the grand jury girl. Grand jury girl. Was it Fulton County? Fulton County. She was like talking. Is this her right here? Let's see. Her.
That by choosing to have a grand jury, by choosing to impanel regular people, they very specifically chose to avoid politics, to take bias out of the question, because they chose to get, instead of anyone else, they chose to get 16 random people. They could have gotten, you know, if they had wanted someone who was just going to support their opinions, they could have gone and hired a bunch of legal experts.
But this is at the interview.
There were all kinds of.
This is it. Was this it right here? Yeah, this is the one.
So we're talking about more than a dozen people?
I would say that, yes. I think if you look at the page numbers of the report, there's about 6 pages in the middle that got cut out. Allow for spacing. It's not a short list.
Not a short list.
I wanted to hear from the former president, but honestly, I kind of wanted to subpoena the former president because I got to swear everybody in. And so I thought it'd be really cool to get 60 seconds with President Trump of me looking at him and being like, do you solemnly swear?
Crazy. Absolute lunatic. Yeah. That's who I was thinking of with this person.
whether that's like
that's
sending a
like
demand letter with like fancy legalese so your landlord takes you seriously, or like writing really bad Yelp reviews of like his stupid flower business, or like crashing his wedding or his kid's wedding, or going to his house.
That's Tracy. She lives in LA. Not a big fan of private property. See what's going on here? They're coming for the landlords, the doctors, the cops, ICE, but they're making nice with prisoners. They're on the same side as MS-13 and Hamas. Maybe I was wrong about Ashley. Maybe. They are our worst nightmare.
That was something else right there, man. That is something else. So there we have it. Gay Carpenter 199 says, please look at the Little Caesar Spider-Man commercial thumbnail. Tell me what you see. Like thumbnail? Like on their YouTube channel? Spider-Man Little Caesars? Let's see. This one right here? That one? I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. What am I looking at for? The other one, there's another one. No, 2 weeks old. So there's another one you want me to find? This one? Oh, hang on. That's the one. Shit. That looks like Ryan. Is that Ryan? Hang on.
A web of shredded pepperoni and toasted cheese. The Webberoni pizza from Little Caesars sure is tasty.
Finally, we can eat pizza just like Spider-Man.
Holy shit. It's Ryan. It's Ryan.
Thanks, buddy!
Oh, that's good. Look at him. Look at Ryan go. Look at Ryan go. All right, that's good. That was good. Credit where credit is due. Good stuff right there. Nandy for 50 says, need a couple of Euphoria Sydney Sweeney scenes after this. You, sir, are correct. Problem is I probably can't put those on YouTube. I haven't watched Euphoria. I have seen a few clips. And even though I've never seen it, I must say it looks like a really good show. It looks like a great show, actually. A lot of educational scenes in that. Think you could learn a lot from it. So I agree with that. Samsung 450 says, I return to the deepest depths of hell, and this is how Jeremy thanks me. Back to hell I go. Samsung, thank you, brother. It's good to see you back, man. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you, man. Sam Perez says, just got out of the Odyssey. I was worried, but it was actually pretty good. And what the hell is even this? What did I walk into? Fucking CobraCast. You never know what you're gonna get. That, sir, is true. Glad you enjoyed the movie. And get ready for people to start yelling at you for having an opinion on a movie. Marmillan for 20 says, double it, stream chat, Griff Tax. Sorry, missed this, man. You really racking up me missing these. Also, where were they in 2024? Kamala somehow still put up a fight, and her campaign was god awful, as was Joe Biden. Exactly. You are correct. And I did bring up your tweet earlier, Marmillan. I don't know if you saw it, but I did bring up your tweet, the meatloaf tweet. I am playing games tonight. So that'll be happening on D-Day Cobra Gaming here in just a few minutes. T-Little199 says, truth is stranger than fiction. Please stop the truth. You know it, brother. Van Nielsen says, it's ma'am reminds me of the Ellen Page 300 AI. That shit is funny. Little Jim Halo says, that thing is a fish as a person. Hi, Jeremy. I said Little Jim Halo again. I regret everything telling you about this person. Your fault. All of this is your fault. In fact, Little Jim's Halo, remember, chat, remember the first stream of the day, Little Jim's Halo, I knew nothing about this fucking freak that he told me about, okay? You have to blame him for this next story. Not my fault. Can't blame me. But go ahead and thank Little Jim's Halo, because we have this story on Breitbart. Transgender Maine Democrat Senate candidate claims we don't need to read the rest of that, okay? But this is the mental illness that we're dealing with, okay? That is fucking crazy. A transgender activist running to replace scandal-plagued Graham Plattner once reportedly claimed in a Reddit post that he has monthly period. No. Why? But the truth is, and somebody just said it, this person, instead of running for Senate, should be in a mental hospital right now. That's just what should be going on. Instead, we're dealing with this shit.
And then with the trans community, like, we're being dehumanized. They say that we want to hurt people. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to use the bathroom. And if they want me to use the men's room, I will, but I don't want to be assaulted.
However, Reddit post reveals the extent of Webb's gender dysphoria. Reportedly writing under the username Sparky603, Webb initially announced his run for Senate last week. I'm a trans and intersex woman from Farmington, and I'm running the whole campaign myself, candidate and treasurer both. No big donors, no machine behind me. He appeared to write, asking for signatures from registered Democrats across the state, and admitted he is a long shot in a crowded field. A similar post was on his campaign website. He appears to have spent a lot of money trying to explain his self-described transgender intersex condition on Reddit forums, explaining that he is whatever that is, and which means that biologically he is a man. However, Webb states he has, I can't do it anymore. Can't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. I don't know where to go from here. I don't want to continue. I don't want to continue this story. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm done. I'm fucking done. Okay? Like, I can't take it anymore. Oh, no. Listen, I mean this with all sincerity. Get some help to that person. Go get help. You are mentally disabled. Whoever is telling you that you are not is lying to you. You are mentally disabled, and the people that are around you that are not telling you the truth are lying to you, and they are making your problems worse. You have an issue. Go get checked out. Go get someone that can help you. You need help. Help that's beyond anything that anyone can do except for a professional. The problem is the professionals will probably make you embrace your mental illness. So I don't know what the fuck to do. But we got Ryan Kennel 199 for $100 and says, fucking boomerang. Now that is a hell of an account right there. That is a hell of an account. I respect that big time. That is funny. I can't wait to see that one super chatting on Geeks and Gamers Daily. Has he seen? I'm sure he hasn't seen this one yet. And when he does, Clippers, please clip his first response out of seeing that profile picture. Does he know about the profile picture? Anybody? Has he been told about that Little Caesars commercial? Does anybody know? That would be amazing if he doesn't know about it and then somebody just super chats. He doesn't know about it? Oh, it's got to be a super chat. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. I think he streams on Sunday on his channel because he won't be on daily until Monday. So on his Sunday stream, you got to send him a super chat and you got to clip that out. He heard about it on FNT, I thought. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. But thank you. That's awesome. John freaking Murdoch says, what are you making us watch, Jeremy? I know we are degenerates, but we do have standards. Happy Jessica. We do have standards. Do we? Okay. All right, I'll go with that. Thank you, John and Ryan Kennel 199. Turkey Jeff says there's no thing like a chicken wang on a string. Tommy says Jesse Waters is more clever, famous, and good-looking mainstream version of Jeremy. He's literally a mainstream right-wing troll. Udite says, oh man, I never even thought it to actually check out its music. Jesus, didn't it say there are books too? I think so. Rock Bottom says, Maine is officially safe. I don't know what you mean by that. R. Amy says that you can't make this up. Jay Landmaster says that too many retards vote. This ultimately is the problem. Zero says, just got here. Why is IG Ben 7 on screen? Dark Red Knight says, have you seen the new Batman summer skins in Fortnite? I did when I was updating it earlier. Jeeping Baylor says, I messaged you in a video of Shapiro's review of The Odyssey. He gave it a 9 and called it a fantastic movie. What have I said about Ben Shapiro? I can't stand the man's politics, but he knows pop culture. You know what? And what else have I said? I said I liked Moist Critical when he talks about pop culture. I hate him when he talks about politics. Moist Critical liked it. Just saying. So there we have it. Thank you, Jeeping Baylor. Mod Eric says, Jeremy, I am trying to eat a bit of food, damn it. Jay Landmaster says, Jeremy should run for Senate in Maine as a Dem. Udite says, I demand they prove that monthly claim, but I definitely don't want to see anything that would do the job. Kate Carpenter says, I tried on FNT, but again, didn't pull the clip. Got you. Mod Eric says, the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2 just passed away. That was yesterday, I believe. Rest in peace to her. Rock Bottom says, safe Republican. You sure are dumb, Jeremy. Well, I definitely am dumb. I'm not going to argue that. I never have, never will. Supreme Lord says, I heard the DIC is worse than sleeping pill. That is boring mess. How can you give it a 7 out of 10? You sure ain't sipping for Christopher Nolan, bro. I actually gave it a 9 out of 10. So, if that upsets people anymore, but I did. Supreme Lord says, Roland the Wretched said he owes you a dick punch for every minute he suffered through DEI Odyssey. Yep, I love the Odyssey. It's awesome. And the more that people cry, the more I like it. All right, we're going to play Fortnite over on D-Day Cobra Gaming. You guys have a good evening. I appreciate you hanging out with me for a bit. D-Day Cobra Gaming, my 5th stream of the day, and I will be playing with the new Odyssey skins. Just why not, man? Fucking awesome movie, and it's going to hit $1 billion at the box office. Why not celebrate? So you guys have a great evening. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good night, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.